Have you ever noticed how sometimes you hate the fact that you can choose? You have choices, but it does seem easier at times if somebody would just tell you what to choose or make a choice for you. I think this is a normal human tendency that we've all experienced at one time or another. Let's even look at the most basic level. If you've been to Baskin Robbins, 31 flavors, there's a lot of choices. So how many of you have gone to a place where there's a lot of choices? Ice cream's, I think, an easy example. And you find yourself defaulting to whatever you had the last time that you really liked, or you default to your favorite. My husband almost always will have some form of vanilla. I know, don't judge. I will usually have some form of chocolate peanut butter because it's a little risky trying something like strawberry cheesecake. Or I remember when I was a kid, they had something called black licorice, and it was black ice cream and it tasted like black licorice, and I loved it. If you hate black licorice, I'm sorry. How many of you have thought, what do I want for dinner? And you were gonna DoorDash something. But then there's so many options, there's so many things. And again, because there's so many things, you end up picking something that you've had before on the menu. You may not branch out, try something new, try a new restaurant. And then when you get that thing that you've had before, you've avoided that experience of choice overload. But what you've also done is reduce the satisfaction of the choice you did make. So that's how it plays out as a consumer. But how does it play out relationally? Because this definitely plays out in our relationships. A business author named Peter Kostenbaum says that choice is the application of this anxiety of freedom. We have the freedom to make choices, but there's anxiety that comes with that because along with choosing and having the freedom to choose, we also have responsibility for our choices. And oftentimes we would rather give away our freedom to choose in exchange for someone to blame if things don't go the way we want them to. For example, how many of you have ever thought, I wish my fill in the blank boss, partner, spouse, friend would just tell me what they want me to do so I could do it. It would be so much easier if people could just tell me what they want me to do. I have thought this myself multiple times in a relationship. Well, what is it that you want? And that can be out of a heart of service, but oftentimes if you tell me what to do and I do it, then it doesn't turn out, who's to blame for that? You are. Because I just did what you told me to do. I just did what you wanted me to do. It's not my fault. That can be a very subtle trap and a way to reduce at stakeness and enjoyment in our relationships. Another way that this plays out in relationships is performance, meaning I wear a mask and I'm not honest with you. I just turn into a robot where I do what you want me to do. I don't do what you don't want me to do. I say what you want me to say. I don't disrupt or ruffle feathers. I don't say anything that I think you don't want to hear. And that's all I'm going to offer you. And somehow we call that relationship. So take a moment and think of a time that you said this out loud or just in your head, just tell me what you want me to do and I'll do it. Even though internally that wasn't honest for you. You were feeling frustrated or overlooked or condescended to or somehow dismissed or disregarded. But instead of saying any of those things, what came out was, just tell me what you want me to do and I'll do it. It can be a form of resignation in our relationships. I'm resigned that this is all that's available is me performing for you or you performing for me. Because how many times is it also the other way around? We tell people, this is what you need to do. This is what you should do. This is what I want you to do. And then we end up turning something that could be mutual and beautiful into really a transaction without any type of conversation, exploration, curiosity, or exchange. So step one is notice when it's happening, where it's happening, with whom it's happening. Step two, take action to have something new. Now, I get that it's a risk and it might seem super uncomfortable, so you can start with ice cream, have a different flavor than the one you picked the last 8 times, or at a restaurant, have a new dish. Expand your horizons. Use your ability to choose new, and then see what happens. And maybe relationally, there could be other new choices available for you to make that would increase not only your personal investment and satisfaction and contentment, but would also increase the other person's satisfaction because they get to actually be with you, not just the you think they want, but the actual you that's there. And that's going to be amazing because you're pretty great. If you notice you're afraid of taking that kind of risk, ask yourself why. Are you suspicious? Did something happen before that's informing you of this impending doom by making a new choice? If that's you, check out my video on suspicion for more resource and conversation around that mindset. Thank you for watching this video. I hope it was really resourceful for you. Please be sure to like, ring the bell for notifications, comment, and let me hear from you. What topic are you interested in?